Learn English through stories. Once there was a great king. One day he was traveling alone in a forest. Soon, he lost his way. He looked around from a hilltop but could not see any people or villages nearby. It was becoming dark. After some time, there was light shining from a long distance. Then he started walking in that direction and soon reached a hut. Outside the hut, he saw an old lady cleaning the place. Seeing him, she welcomed him, thinking that he was a soldier from the army. She gave the king some water to clean himself and water for drinking. She then spread a mat for him to relax. King started relaxing. After some time, she placed a plate of hot rice and curry in front of him. The king was so hungry that he quickly put his fingers on the hot food. The hot food burnt his fingers, and he spilled some rice on the floor. The old lady saw this and said, "Oh, you seem too impatient and hasty like your king. That is why you have burnt your fingers and lost some food." Hearing the old lady's words, the king was surprised and asked her, "Why do you think our king is impatient and hasty?" The old lady smiled and began to explain, "My dear son, our king is having a big dream of capturing all his enemy forts. In that, he is ignoring all the small forts and focusing only to capture the massive forts." The king interrupted the old lady and said, "That's a good thing. What is the problem with that?" She smiled and replied, "Wait, my son. Like your impatience in eating the food, you burned your fingers and wasted some food." In the same way, the king's impatience to defeat the enemies quickly resulted in the loss of men in his army. Instead, if you eat the less hot food at the edge first and then at the center, you would not have burnt your fingers and not wasted your food. Similarly, the king should target the small forts and strengthen his position. It helps him capture the massive forts without losing his men in the army. Hearing this, the king understood his mistake and realized that one should have patience and avoid making any haste in any situation. Moral of the story: when we want to achieve something in life, we should first understand the process and then work on it. Instead, if we are looking for quick results, we will become impatient and never achieve what we want in our life. Let's have a look at the meaning of the words or phrases used in this story. You can take a screenshot of them